And that's how I drive through the tunnel, perhaps a little fast. Well, I didn't know this, but this officer was in a black Lincoln like the ones that the town cars use. And he was behind me, I guess, at some point before the plaza, in between Van Dam and the tunnel, I had passed him doing 90 miles an hour.
Nice.
So he followed me through the tolls and into the tunnel. Now, I thought he was a livery cab driver right on my ass. So I'm going from the tunnel to the tunnel mirror, because the tunnel's very narrow. And in an Escalade, going very fast, it's hard to hold your lane, especially if you're checking your mirror.
I think they took that tunnel, and it used to be like one big lane, and they squeezed it down
to two.
Because, I mean, for the people that don't know about this tunnel, I mean, when Ant says it's very narrow, it is unbelievable. You don't have much room on the sides, and they put those weird. They're not even cones. They're like what would you call them? Those plastic pipes.
Yeah, they look like pipes. They're made of plastic, but it looks like an orange pipe in the middle of the lane, so you can't change lanes in the tunnel.
About 3 feet high.
Yeah,
and they're spaced out maybe every foot.
That's why I like when there's 6 months left on my lease. Those things become. Nothing.
It's like a slalom course?
It's nothing. I just...
Sorry.
I'm changing lanes. Go screw yourself.
I had to jump in because of how narrow this tunnel is.
Yeah.
It's... To go 90, I'm just amazed, by the way. I mean, I'll push 70, and I'll be like, holy shit, I'm going to hit the sides of the wall.
Oh, it's fun until you hit that curve at the end.
Because they also didn't figure out this tunnel that it's not straight.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I don't know what the fuck they were when they were
turning to miss a fish. They had to turn to miss a fish in the river at one point.
Turning to miss
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they did when they were building this thing.
It's like driving through a birthing canal.
Right. But you gotta. It starts to turn nice right, and then it turns back left, and then it turns right again.
Picture when Schwarzenegger got dropped down that tunnel in Running Man. That's what it's like driving
Running
through.
Man reference.
That's what it's like driving through there.
Anyway, sorry.
So
the tunnel's very narrow.
So the tunnel's narrow. I'm speeding through. The guy's right on my ass. And then as I look in my mirror at one point, the light glares off his windshield, and I notice he's got those little hidden "you're fucked" lights in his windshield.
Right.
So I start slowing down. Day late and $1 short. I mean, way too late on this one. So he's right on my ass, and I know once I exit the tunnel, I'm done. I exit the tunnel. I turn onto 3rd. And woo! It's him and another patrol car, a cruiser.
They've been chatting, haven't they?
2 of them. Perhaps. He comes out. I see it's a captain. I'm just like, oh, God.
All right, well,
then I get
a few extra PBAs.
No, because I get a...
Chop.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Is that his opening line?
Oh, yeah, that's the opener. He opened strong. He opened with a strong one.
That's good.
That, to me, is keep your cards... If I even see one, I'm going to get mad. License, registration, and insurance. So I get my license and insurance. And apparently when Keith the cop went 2 years ago to re-register my vehicle, he lost my registration. He'll never fess up to it, but he lost my registration.
Right.
So I've been driving around without my registration card. And I said, I had to go then, officer, I don't have my Reggie. How do I know you own the vehicle? What am I supposed to do? Just trust you?
Boy.
He goes, yeah, I can take this, the vehicle now.
What?
I'm just like, yes, sir, I understand. He goes, you don't understand. You're driving like a maniac. You come up on that toll plaza, you pass me at 90 miles an hour, you're driving reckless, you're there. And I'm like, yes, sir, I understand, sir. And he's like, you don't understand. It's like, and then I'm just looking at him, he goes, what's the rush? And then I was like, yeah, okay, here we go.
This is where you said, I'm Anthony Cumia.
I said,
enough.
I'm a little late for my job. He goes, what job is that? And I said, I'm a radio host. And he asked the show. I said, the Opie and Anthony show. And he said, what happened to your registration? I go, well, one of your compatriots there kind of...
You threw Keith under the bus.
I threw Keith squarely under the bus. I said, lost it. He's my security guy, and he was re-registering the vehicle and seems to have lost my registration. He goes, stay in the vehicle. I'll be right back. So he goes back, and I'm expecting just to have him take the pen to me.
Right.
Pretty bad. Apparently, he just wrote me up for not producing a registration, which all I have to do is produce a registration. It is registered.
Right.
I just don't have the card, so I have to do that, and I'll be fine. So I thanked him, and then you got to do the old, I'm a safe driver as you pull away from the cop. It feels stupid. You feel like you're on your driver's test.
Put your blinker
Let me
on.
put my blinker on. I'm going to use my hand signals. What's for the left?
10
I'm
and
going to
2.
use my hand signals. 10 and 2.
10 and 2.
10 and 2. Let me do 20 miles under the speed limit now as I pull away, looking in my mirrors, making sure no one's coming. And then you got to drive like a schnook through the lights and everything.
But as soon as you were safe and sound and he was long gone, what do you do? The finger like he could still see you?
No, once I made the left
do?
on 57th.
Yeah.
It was English Town all over again. But
that's good.
Wow. Yeah. I texted Kenny, told him I was going to be late. Got pulled over. Hell of a day to get pulled over, Arnold. Yeah, so that's how my morning started. Wonderful. Fan-fucking-tastic.
That's perfect, though.
Yeah, it really fit the whole thing. I should have just opened up the newspaper where it says, Opie and Anthony get the axe and go, could you let me off the hook for old time's sake?
Yep. We almost made the front page. Page 2 of the Daily News.
2.
That's pretty impressive.
Opie and Anthony get axe from K-Rock. It's like,
I'll just add it to the collection. Where is the...
It just makes it sound so, oh, wow, they sucked and couldn't cut it, and now they're off. And it's just not the fucking case. But like you said, there'll be the people that spin it like that.
Well,
go screw.